What's up, guys? It will be DauT against Fire. Best of 5 coming your way. KotD round of 16. And let's take a look at the TIFF draft that both of them did provide. We have DauT playing Indians, Incas, Aztecs, Magyars, and Ethiopians. Should be pretty happy with that choice. Got 2 Meso civilizations for himself. On the other side we have Malians, Berbers, and Hans, Malay, Britons, so 2 AoE2s for him. And I would say we should be jumping into game number 1 here on Arabia. Remember, whoever loses best of 5 is out. We are, should we start it? So we see Fire picking Malay in the first game. On the other side we have Indians for Mr. DauT, and Fire trying to go for a sheep lame here, and DauT 3 villagers on wood, looks a bit like archers to me, and Fire needs to loot quite early as it seems, and has 4 on wood. Nothing too special happening here, except that DauT got quite a lot of sheep here. Seems like he really stole 3 of Fire, who doesn't have the greatest gold spot. I like his reasonable defensive wood, but it's not too big. This gold isn't really accessible. On the other side we have DauT with nice defensive wood, but his gold is somewhat exposed as well. Let's see how he's approaching this one. Now going for the barracks here is Mr. Fire, the 2 tyrants. And yeah, Fire did loom. I did say that. Let's take a look how high his population will be when he clicks up. Probably cannot really queue another villager up here. So feels like pop 22 against pop 21. Oh, actually pop 23 against pop 20 of DauT. Interesting stuff. Not having those sheep really hurts him, as it seems. And queuing up yet another villager. Interesting. DauT will be up to Feudal age in before the Malay player. Now 15% for him. He plays a pop 24. At DauT pop 20. Weird positioning for the stable. Wants to keep his eco very clumped together. He's now going for horse color. Still has a massive amount of sheep, obviously. So he is super fine with delaying those farms for quite a bit. Villager now wanted to go to the right hand side, but thinks better of it, and actually he got 20 gold, as it seems. Yeah, he got 20 gold and then didn't go for any of the A or something. Now 1 archery range. Right, that probably 2 archery ranges pretty soon. And double bit axe. I'm surprised how Fire is playing this. Map control will be going completely in favor of DauT himself, because he will have the scouts, he will see what's going on, has a more mobile army, finds to build massive amount of spearmen to be safe at home and at the front. Fire starting even with one archer. And yeah, probably will just go for more walls. Needs to wall that area as well. And well, I'm not really sure how he decides to close that. Maybe with some palisades as well. One spearman. Let's see how he will perform against 4 scouts. All of them full HP. Now going for even more spearmen and trying to add some skirmishes himself. Isn't on gold. And that's a weird decision, I have to say. And judge the situation. Nothing really happened yet. I'm not even sure if a single damage has been dealt yet all game long. Oh well, Fire Scout lost some HP, but seems like DauT is completely high there, and well, they took a small fight in the middle, it seems. Let's take a look. Now 5 scouts trying to take on 1 spearman. Most likely those villagers won't do much. Even DauT microing some here. Getting some hits off, and DauT, oh god, enter micro. Can he get a villager here? I believe he should get at least one. 2 spearmen coming over. She's running over to the spearman, and yeah, DauT mismicroed this quite heavily. Only got 1 spearman, nothing more. And at the same time, Fire being active. Sweet stuff. Military count now in favor of Fire, mainly because there's so many skirmishes already out. And those spearmen, let's take a look. Can they force those scouts to run? Absolutely. And oh, I don't like this positioning of the mining camp here. Interesting positioning of the double archery range by DauT as well. Normally you want to have it somewhat protecting your gold. Maybe DauT decides to go for the tower there. So many scouts out, but DauT isn't really doing the damage. 2 spearmen out here and 3 spearmen at the front. He needs to decide where he wants to go for. Fire now trying to attack the gold, and normally he probably wouldn't expect to do some damage, but seems like he maybe can. DauT now needs to pull his villagers back to his TC. Unfortunate spot for him. Not really doing the damage at fire space and receiving damage at home. While killing 1 villager now. Trying to kind of equalize it. He lost 1 at home himself. Actually pretty even. Wheelbarrow and fletching. Bloodlines obviously would be the sweet upgrade for him. Skirmishes around. Maybe he tries to run around and clear up everything that Fire has. Shouldn't be the worst or the biggest problem ever for him. And especially because he already has fletching. Fire does not. Bloodlines for DauT. Is he trying to take this engagement? Not really. Where are the skirmishes? And this went not too great for DauT. See it for quite some time. And oh, Fire now regrouping all his army, and that one looks pretty strong now. Certainly not too few spearmen. Looks like even 9, 10 spearmen here. Yeah. So they can easily take the fight even against bloodlines. Let's see. Sniping down 1 by 1. Maybe they can do something. But yeah, DauT just needs to retreat. But he has fletching. Fire now as well though. DauT taking that hill. Fire retreating. Cannot really take an engagement against this very mobile army. +1 defense on his spearmen. 2 games in a row. Something we don't see too often. At least that's what I said in the last game. Small advantage here when it comes to the KD for DauT. Even after losing that skirmisher there, and check it out now, overextending a bit with those skirmishers. Could take 1 or 2 losses here. Spearman a bit out of position, but yeah, should just be fine. Doesn't take too much damage, and DauT continues to produce skirmishers forward. Is heavily on gold still, but didn't build a single gold unit, so has to be floating quite a bit in that regard. Oh, getting some damage done. Now needs some micro bags. Kill the skirmishers, and let's take a look. Maybe DauT? Oh no, not really. So way too many spearmen out. Skirmishers trying to do their very best, but Fire sniping them down quite nicely as well. DauT at the same time. 3 villages ahead. Let's take a look at the resources. We have 400 food, 300 gold for Fire. On the other side, we are witnessing enough resources soon to be clicking up. Let's see if we have friend folk colors on. Not really. Okay. So they're just playing on red and blue. DauT is up now and kind of running into a trap, and that's a lot of scouts lost. Look at that. 3 scouts, I believe 1 dead scout is behind here. That were 4 scouts lost. Quite unfortunate for him. Trying to run back, and military count at the moment 27 to 11. So that's pretty ugly. Let's take a look how he's trying to catch up. Trying to build a defensive tower. But that's also some archers in there. Damage output is real. And Fire sniping those down. Obviously a lot of ego going on with those 2 players. Both think they're significantly better than the other one. And the last, I believe, best of 11 series went into, what was it, best of 9? I believe best of 11 series went into Fire's favor, like 6-1. Or if it was best of 9, it was 5-1. But Fire, very convincing there. And now let's take a look. 1 minute 20, small time window where DauT could maybe do something with all his upgrades. E-skirms, maybe crossbowman, for sure botkin arrow, but DauT already kind of preparing the tech switch. He's going for the +1 defense for his scouts. We have 3 scouts left, so it won't probably be for them, but be for his upcoming camels. But first of all, he needs to use all his stuff from the archer range. And obviously I said, 1 minute 20-second timing, but well, I forgot that it's against melee and they just rush to Castle Age so quickly. Well, weird placement of the lumber camp, but yeah, he doesn't really have too much more options. Botkin arrow now by Fire, not going for E-skirm. Oh, now he is, and crossbowman. We just need to finish 2 as it seems. And no, not really. Just forgot about it for a small second, but not too important. DauT now trying to find the engagement. He's still 3 villages ahead. And Fire has a super great KD though, after he sniped down so many single skirmishers all this time. DauT, the guy with the aggression though. Another TC coming up here. DauT looks like he could maybe intercept those archers and skirmishers. Yeah, and we'll probably get 2. No, not even that. Sick. Fire just running. Loses a lot of HP, but no life well lost. Oh, but isn't clicking them far enough. And now he's losing 3. Unfortunate for him. Scout's still very active, and let's take a look. DauT playing this 2 TCs so far, heavily on gold still. And Fire only having 1 TC. Going for the +2 defense, so now really doing damage to the skirmishers. Kind of getting tough. And expanding towards the south, but without a TC. Really sure if I like this. Normally you don't really want to build new lumber camps in Castle Age when you don't have a TC close by. You only need to invest 175 more wood and obviously 100 stone. That should be fine. Fire probably wants to rush to ballistics first. And let's take a look at Mr. DauT, how many camels he's building. And he already has 3 out, soon to be 4. Remember, he has the +1 defense research and the +1 defense because he's Indians. So we'll fight quite reasonably well against all the skirmishers. Obviously, those crossmen need to be killed first, though. Sending the camels over. And yeah, probably trying to engage here. Going down. Remember, it's still ballistics against no ballistics. Trying to run away to crossbowmen, nice job, but that means he will probably lose most of his skirmishers. Not trying to get both groups together, is that his plan? Well, he is just sacrificing some of the skirmishers, but continues to go for some aggression in the front here. About 10 minutes dead. Alright, just keeping the production rolling. Pretty sweet stuff. And having 3 TCs as well, and the sweet Indian bonus. 12 villages ahead now. Fire really slipping in the production. He is playing this still 1 TC only. Yeah, he has ballistics and yeah, he has a nice amount of army, but honestly, those camels will now clear this up, and I'm quite surprised how all-in-ish Fire is playing this and why. He has an LA, does he think, okay, I need to do some damage now, I need to invest everything into it? Would be pretty surprising why he only plays 2 archery ranges then no siege workshop or anything else. Because now he's in a world of trouble, look at that. 15 villages behind, his army is getting cleared up. DauT is still looking pretty strong. Yeah, there's some crossbows left, but they will get cleared up as well. DauT is missing ballistics though, so the chase isn't as efficient. I still feel DauT heavily in control of the game now. And now Fire feels like it's the timing to add a TC. Oh, he has another one added over here, so it wasn't all in, but it was super late for sure. Cloud has 800 viewers. In what language is he casting? Taiwanese? No, is Taiwanese a language? Mandarin? I'm trying to go for an outpost. DauT even going for the farm upgrade. And seems like Fire wants to rush onto Karambit. Oh, DauT could get in here. This one is still open. Oh no, it's not open. That's walled. Okay, he can't. I'm trying to sneak some crossbowmen around as well. DauT just super active. And yeah, look, even going for a monastery, I really like that. Thinking about the long run and going for ballistics. DauT going for the Chinese style. Yeah, Chinese, that's what I said, Mandarin. Yeah, I believe Chinese is not really a language as well. Oh, is Chinese a language? Fire on the left hand side on the goat? No, he was not. That was completely walled. Not going for the sneak attack, but doesn't really get it. Oh god, that could be so deadly. All the archers out of position. He will easily snipe down those spearmen, and then he is with a lot of crossbowmen in the wood line. And let's take a look. Fire, well, instantly reacts. He knows I will lose all the spearmen, but now he's completely off wood. Look at that. Those are the only villagers that are actually getting wood for him at the moment. Fire going for the +2 defense for his spearman? What's going on? Oh, well, it's a +2 defense for Karambit. That will be coming up. Interesting. Okay, so we will see a Rambit by Fire, who is now 30 villages behind. And DauT is up to Imperial Age. Fire 300 food, and this looks like full control of Mr. DauT here. And building a market now, heavily on gold. Really lacking a lot of wood here as we pull Fire. Keeps the villager production, and now the question is, does he go for Karambit? No, he will go to Imp before that. Just using the market quite a bit, going for some more gold. Not going for that gold at the moment though. And we'll try to go for the half population unit. So 30 pop behind, or 30 villages behind. He's even 40 pop behind. That's so sick. I'm not losing a lot of army here though, although he's running. Let's take a look. That's a fight that DauT always wants to take. Score so close, quite surprising to me. And now even queuing up Karambit, I believe that's not really the right option. Well, he has only 70 villagers, so rushing to Imperial Age without having any real tech advantage or tech choices isn't really an option as well. DauT already has 2 relics. That one looks like he wants to get the 3rd one. 4th one is nicely in his direction as well, and yeah, it seems like he won't get that 5th one. We have Fire now on the way to PLH as well, going for the Monastery, and we'll get 1 relic, but that means probably 4 against 1. Keramid's now coming over. Castle here, just wants to build it on that hill. Positioning normally it wouldn't be so great, but well, maybe over here could have been an option, but yeah, this is more of an area that will get attacked. DauT now pushing towards the middle. Question is, what will he go for? Arbalest not really an option. Camels? Not too sure how they will perform against the Kerambids. Let's switch into DauT's point of view. And maybe hand cannoneers could be an option. Oh yeah, chemistry. We will see hand cannoneers by DauT. Interesting. We're trying to counter the Kerambids. Oh! Seems like Fire will get some nice raids in. It's now PLH himself, but 40 villages behind. 60 pop behind overall, but will equalize that. Or not equalize, but will crawl himself a bit back. Fire going for some raids at least. And gets that gold denied, get that gold denied, and maybe the woodline here as well. DauT not really reacting accordingly. And yeah, he's just waiting that chemistry finishes. That he can finally go for hand cannoneers and maybe use his, or even adding more archery ranges. He already has 4. And now let's take a look after chemistry finishes how he will click through all those archery ranges. Well, seems like the view log doesn't really show that, but yeah, hand cannoneer production now started. And I believe they are reasonable against the Kerambids. I believe they should 2-shot them. While losing control over that gold, but wasn't that much left. A bit less than 3 tiles, so 7 elite Kerambids, 4 fire, and he is going for that unit to full potential, I would say. Trying to rush over here, right hand side, get some more raids in, but DauT still massive army. But that army, if he ever overextends and runs into 30 Kerambids, they will just shred this as well. Not because they are super strong, but 30 is a reasonable number. And guns aren't really designed to fight melee units anyways. Hand cannoneer without the plus extra range of the Indians yet. Not 100% sure how efficient that, or how expensive that upgrade is. DauT has enough stone for the castle, probably wants to build it over here. And now let's take a look. Kerambids, can they squeeze in and take the engagement? They are running in now the stop micro, and they are doing quite a lot of damage here, but not getting enough kills done. Maybe should have even taken a more favorable engagement direction. Look at that, not a single unit died. Look at that, he had the perfect positioning and only killed 1. No, he lost 2 Kerambids. Oh god. He's really liking the attack upgrades as well. And it's not like everyone is in the red now. Okay. This is interesting. Shatangni. Would not have known how this is called. This gives the hand cannoneers +1 range, and now they should be so good. Maybe 3 shots, but first of all they need to hit. Well, it's more like 2 shots. Take a look, 29. It's tough to see because they're dying so fast. Well, maybe 4 shots. At the same time, DauT switching to light cav as well. Beautiful castle over here. This one is still open to get raided, but just fine. And those hand cannoneers coming over, and yeah, Kerambids won't really do much. And now they can't engage over here as well. But he has nice numbers. 120. Overall pop only though. 90 villagers now trying to go for the raid against DauT. Hand cannoneers, the patrol wasn't wide enough. Now trying to force an engagement here by attacking this castle. I believe Fire will need to take an engagement pretty soon. Hand cannoneers in the back, some of them mixed in the front. But skirmishers need to take this. Okay, this could be the last stand of Fire. If he loses all his karambits without really doing the damage, he could tap out here. He needs to kill all the hand cannoneers first before really engaging into the skirmishers. Now sending all the half HP units in. He gets a nice surround here. I like that, but only +2 attack. Now coming over, hand cannoneer still at the back. It seems like he's shredding through those skirmishes, though. One trap is going down. Second trap in danger, but not really getting the kill in. And now sending in one unit one by one, and that's not really going to work against those hand cannoneers. I believe Fire will lose that castle. Now trying to go for the sneak attack here at the side. And this is just a beautiful protection. Look at how many units are still around of this one trap here. Now going for the even +4 defense and sneak attack, or not sneak attack, but that's some units dying here, the karambits. But DauT just so active. Hand cannoneers over here still, and DauT wasn't even using all his army. And more castles. Look at how much map control he has, and going for the raids as well. 3 relics against none, so DauT didn't take this one, probably didn't even scout that one, and the extra gold at the side. But it doesn't really matter. He's ahead by 90 population at the moment, and if this castle falls, I will leave all the hopes of Fire of ever winning this game as well, because he is only on 1 unit and needs to win with that one. He even needed to take a break of karambit production to get some traps out. But will that really matter? It's heavily repairing that castle. Let's take a look at his stone count. Still 300. Karambit production continues, and he has nice numbers. We can agree on that, but DauT now regrouped with even more hand cannoneers. Fire is trying to take this engagement. I believe he will lose it. Is now going for arson, iron casting for DauT to give some more fighting power of his light cav here at the front. Now another engagement here of the karambits, but the control started a bit early. DauT is trying to micro back. The karambits not taking the engagement yet. He's trying to stay back, but another trap from the side. So while he's trying to hold this one, which will be tough because he's completely out of stone now as well. Nice snipe here of that castle. I'm not even sure if he actually sniped that castle down, but it looked like it. Anthem is doing the massive damage. DauT is winning this one. Fire is losing 1-0 for the Hail, the king of Age of Empires, the best player of the last 15 years, probably. Not that he is the best player at any point, but most dominant over the time span of more than a century. And he is taking a win of against a tyrant here, even and it's 2017, and a tough tournament. In the end, felt like a bit of a better civilization here as well. Fire couldn't really do the early damage, had a bad map, and I believe a lot of weird decisions there. Not the greatest, cleanest. More than a century. Oh, I wanted to say decade. My bad. 10 years, I want to say. More than a century. Well, he is old, right? He is old. And yeah, 2 archer ranges for Fire. That was kind of late as well. His Dark Age didn't really work out, and yeah, then DauT, just beautiful macro. I believe the main, let me return the game again. The main issue was really that Fire went kind of all-in-ish. Just to defense ballistics and forced fights here, when DauT just had 2 extra TCs and still didn't lose. And then Fire was just too far behind and couldn't really come back, and that's what we see in the resource tab. Have you ever seen Cam play? He was always my favorite. Do you have any random thoughts of him? Well, he didn't play after 2002, right? Or maybe after 2003. So I never met him, obviously. And I never saw a video of him play either. I obviously saw all of his recs in the old days. And yeah, he was incredible. Fire versus DauT, Civ draft. Let's take a look what they still have. They are out of Indians and out of Malay now. I wouldn't mind to see DauT throwing in a small curveball with some, oh no, doesn't have to be a curveball, but a small ingus. Just show them, oh, I beat you with the camel civ, now let's beat you with the eagle civilization as well. And yeah, let's see what he will go for. Game is launched, but yeah, game really hasn't started yet, so I will get something to drink and we'll be back in 30 seconds. Okay guys, game number 2, DauT against Fire. DauT leading 1-0, and Fire, kind of a random guy for me, if he will perform well or not. Down 1-0 obviously. Fire will play the Malians, and we'll have 3 gold spots, very offensively, very open, and well, he could go for some walls if he realized it early enough, but still, that could be a pretty sweet spot for DauT to push, especially because he isn't that far away. Those are the gold spots of DauT already, and he is over here with his CC, so both in the north, and this could be a very aggressive game here. DauT on the other side playing the Magyars, and looks like a scout rush to me. Only 3 on wood so far, and now getting the first boar. Not going for the fancy houses here, and he's going for the very early scout of his opponent. These 2 gold spots, he's a stone spot, and yeah, looks all too solid here. And Fire, well, he realizes how bad his gold is, and will already start to build. Oops, that's a weird house. He wanted to build this one, but then did cancel because he didn't want to get housed for a second. Oh, DauT! How did that happen? He had so much intel and 3 HP on the scout and is getting away. Oof. Tough one. And Fire. Honestly, I don't like those houses at all. Why isn't he trying to wall some of the areas? Huh. We'll go for barracks later on. Maybe we'll just build his production over here, but I think he needs to protect his gold. And spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Fire will struggle with gold later on. Okay, we'll see. And oh, oof, DauT. What happened here? Yeah, okay. Let's not talk about it. Fire another villager here. Is he trying to wall this area? Looks like it. Could get some walls off, and yeah, it scouted quite a lot of his map. Didn't actually scout DauT at all. So was more concerned about his own gameplay, as it seems. Now the villager at the front will build the barracks, and this looks like, yeah, a transition into M&A, or could it be a Drush? I'm not 100% sure. And yeah, DauT lure. Well, not really, right? Well, so we'll play this out.
Va bene.
Oh wow, need to blow my nose at the worst possible timing. So we see Fire losing his scout into the TC of DauT here, and well, he doesn't see much of DauT's base at all now. And that's just super unfortunate for him, so he kind of plays this, yeah, very blind. And okay, at least sees some deer, so he kind of knows that the Magia player isn't going for archers, but that's it. And DauT isn't protecting his gold very well either. For some awards. DauT, let's take a look. Did he? DauT, no, he didn't scout the barracks. I'm still going for so many walls here. Okay. Told you this would be a hangover series. Well. More color is needed so that we can see some more farms at the same time. 4 militia coming out, double bit X and men at arms. And let's take a look at Mali integration. And the stable defense DauT. Obviously with only 3 HP on his scout. Needs to run a bit further back. And he's now starting his production of scouts. Probably needs to wall his visuals at the mill. And I think he should be pretty fine here. But yeah, needs to take good care of those M&A. And Fire will be completely walled here. Oh, he did wall, but he over-buried twice. And now sending villagers back. I'm not entirely sure what he is really doing at the moment. And I'm not sure if he is. But he's still running around. We didn't see a lot of kills. DauT lost his villager over here, and not too far away, Fire lost his scout. And yeah, that's a big problem here of Fire. He simply doesn't know where to go. He knows where the TC is, doesn't know about the berries. Look at that. How did he not see that? He just was here. Oh man. And yeah, at the same time the scouts aren't doing anything. Not the aggressive game that both kind of wanted to have, I think. And now we need to start thinking who has a better civilization. I could transition into Castle Age here. Is it DauT versus Magyars, or is it the Malians for Fire? I personally like the champ cards, but obviously CA pretty sweet as well for DauT. We get into that scenario. I don't believe that Gebetos will be a real thing, or Magyar Hussar. And DauT. Still playing this without an archery range. Doing defensive tower now. Still on his stables, and yeah, just wait till the tower is finished, and isn't really interested in overcommitting here. Villagers trying to build a palisade wall, because why not? And now sending some on stone here, as it seems. Okay, that means Fire wants to build some aggressive towers, sending villagers forward, trying to pressure that gold. Same time DauT going for the archery range, and DauT, obviously because he's DauT, sees those aggressive villagers, and Fire won't be really happy. One spearman instantly sniped down. Let's take a look. And yeah, but DauT simply having vision and knowing that fire send villagers forward is just so important for him and puts him in such a nice spot. Now the archer range finishes, can add some archers if he wants to. Obviously they won't perform too well against those MDAs, but okay is enough. 7 scouts still out, massive damage output, and now fire will build the first tower. DauT at the same time is now switching on to stone as well to potentially counter tower. I don't want to see DauT deleting his farms here. Oh, doing some damage, going back. Oh, only 1 archer, simply not enough. Oh, and he's deleting those farms. I believe that's a mistake. I think he will clear up the tower eventually, and then we'll reseed those farms within the next 10 minutes anyways. Now opening the walls over here and not producing any more archers. I'm sending them out over here. Take a look. Fire still completely walled. Not trying to go for the counter attack even. Ballsy move. At the same time, let's take a look at the resources of Mr. Fire. He is waking up any second now. Oh no. Oh. He doesn't have any buildings. Blacksmiths? Any buildings? Okay. That's obviously ugly. And where is he building someone else? Stable now at home. This could have been 3 villagers earlier uptime. And look at how many resources he's floating now. Fire's villager on the outside. What a weird scenario. DauT just running around, and look at that, KD! Fire! 2-0. DauT didn't lose a single unit by the hands of fire yet, but by the hands of a boar. If a boar has hands, I'm not 100% sure how boar hands look like. Not behind the villagers, but being 2 minutes ahead means he will be 4 villagers ahead pretty soon, or will catch 4 villagers up, or will catch up. Yeah, we'll catch up. Fire wall of the woods, good one. What? Ah, this one. No, that wasn't intended. He didn't scout it before. He didn't wall this off. Oh, fire going for some throws here. 0-6 KD. Now trying to go for an archer. 0-9 KD at the moment. Fire. He really doesn't like to kill stuff, as it seems. And didn't wall his tower either. Oh man. Now the aggression starts over here. And fire, only 1 stable. Yeah, he has a lot of resources, but what is he going for? I can see 1 stable so far, without any upgrades. This is Fast Imperial Age. Guys, Malian Fast Imperial Age champions. Because he has only a barracks. Guys, what is this? Okay, camels out of 1 stable. Going for the +2 defense. Oh, and he killed a unit. Where did he kill a unit? Well, congrats first. Oh, let's take a look. Trying to get those gates up. Some CAs around. 200 HP on those gates. Why is he not building a second stable? That's so surprising to me. DauT will have such a massive army. Seems like she's fine for now. Oh, interesting to see 1 villager on the outside. That shouldn't really go up, right? Oh man. Okay, let's take a look. Fire Two TCs DauT at the same time. Playing with one TC only so far. Because he's still going for mass CA. Why did I hear a villager die? Oh, he probably went for repairing one. And oh, this is open pretty soon. I have no idea what's Fire's plan in this game. Fire 5 camels out. But 1 scout now. So he's showing that he has +2 defense. I'm not 100% sure if that's clever as well. Want to see DauT at a monastery now. Because he knows that he's playing against knights or camels. Take a look. Door still open to retreat. I believe he should send a villager over here. He is, so that's good. At the same time, those CA, they're still doing a reasonable amount of damage. Trying to micro bit. More camels that have been produced, and well, this went quite reasonably well for Fire, who is now up 5 villagers to clear all the CA, and I have no idea what I witnessed. The military count is still 23 to 5, so DauT can continue and raid here. Finally clearing that up. And oh, that will be a risky TC. Fire, will that really go up? Let's take a look. DauT sees it, so he can now debate everything to the left hand side and maybe... Oh, that will be interesting. DauT has a lot of damage output here. And yeah, that TC won't go up. 4 camels. They can't really contest this. Fire, and now the doors are even getting opened wider. Camels are getting shut down. And DauT can continue to push in there. Killing that tower now as well. More archer ranges. Only 2 TCs for Fire. Now 2 TCs for DauT as well, going for university. And he will just camp around this. DauT in a pretty good position at the moment. And I'm still surprised how Fire was trying to take this fight. Still no bloodlines as well for him. Luckily he didn't lose a villager. He's now returning some of the damage against the CA. And that's a deadly force now for DauT. Even more CAs could come over here. Try. And now ballistics. And for bloodlines going for +1 attack. Let's take a look. DauT needs to stay active. If he finds this, it would be so good for him as well. Or maybe just push in the front. Snipe 1 villager. We just want to test the waters. Same time, let's take a look at DauT's map vision. He's controlling that. So he isn't really trying to raid over here. Just let 1 CA be over here. I think he could split them a bit better. So now he's just fine with denying that, as it seems. Okay, now moves in. Let's take a look how many kills he can get. At least 1. And forcing a lot of idle time here for sure. Maybe even 2. Now ballistics is there. So we'll get a lot of kills at the same time. Fire. What can he really do? Like, fight against TCs? Not really. And CA are still pretty strong. And DauT. 6 villagers ahead and military count. It's just a massive thing here for Fire. Some more arrows flying and trying to kill those CA, but DauT in a full control situation here. Camels now coming over, but DauT in a beautiful spot. Look at that. Oh, could have taken a fight here. Maybe this one isn't too bad either though, because he simply has the numbers. Some camels had low HP. Yeah, they're doing quite a lot of damage. At the same time, all the army will go down and Fire will rush 2 villagers over to get that TC up. DauT not with the greatest micro if we compare that to Hard earlier today, but still reasonable. Let's take a look. Can that TC be denied? Fire is probably getting it up. 1 villager sniped over here in exchange, and yeah, the TC is up. So that puts Fire onto 4 TCs. DauT 11 villagers ahead. Military count 28 to 16. Where's the rest of the army? Oh, kissing the TC over here. DauT kind of expanding over here as well. And now let's take a look what we can see. Fire. Oh, DauT actually, that's his 4th CC. Staying on mass CA, going for monastery, something I thought we would see a bit earlier. where are the scouts that I can still hear? Okay. Trying to attack the blacksmith. Oh, bit of an overextension here. Could have taken a better shot, but gets 2 free kills. And at the same time, fire going for a DauT, I would have thought, but yeah. Honestly, this was like such a weird game by fire all this time. And yeah, the DauT obviously would have finished it, but maybe DauT could have went for the wrong direction. So yeah, fire. Just going for basically no units in Castle Age. That's not really how it works. 1 stable, no bloodlines, plus 2 camels. What was he expecting DauT would go for? I have no idea. And games like those don't really make me happy. Classic Fire Titanic. It did. Sounds a bit like it, right? Had a Castle Age summon, but then fire needed to do something. Weird stuff. And let's take a look at the Civ draft, shall we? To see what could come up next. We can see that Malios for DauT are now not an option anymore, and Malians for fire. So 2 Mizo and Ethiopians. I believe it would be pretty standard to go for a Mizo now. I think I would go for Ethiopians now if I was DauT. Hashtag mind games. Because it's too standard to do a Mizo now. And I don't want to face Ethiopians against Britons. Yeah. I will play Ethiopians. And expecting that fire won't pick Britons. But maybe it thinks on another level. And I'll level myself into a bad pick choice. We will see pretty soon when it says fire against DauT. Game number 3. Now 3 match points here for you know who. Oh man, fire. We cannot be really happy. And neither can the Viper. Obviously would love to see DauT lose. Obviously, I think he would always be happy no matter who loses. So let's take a look at how game number 3 will be and what civilizations we have. And we have the Berber pick for fire, so continues to go for the strong civilizations, and DauT now picking one of his 2 Miso civilizations, the Aztecs. And yeah, nice stream of the water here. And oh boy, that's a big woodline and nice defensive gold. Obviously the shape is super weird. I never know where I build my mining camp. Most of the time I want to build like 4, one over here, one over here, one over here, one over here, or something like that. It's just super, feels just super weird. Maybe one here and then TC. Maybe, I have no idea. Oops, missing the sheep a bit. We had it on the same group by accident, and yeah, the rest of the map looks pretty solid for him, I would say. The other gold spots are both very far to the front. Boars should be scouted with his sheep now. Going aggressively with the eagle. Nice deer push here by fire. And let's take a look. Is DauT going for this boar steal? Gets 5 damage done. Okay. 8 damage done against the scout here. Solid start. I didn't find his 2 sheep. Still didn't take one of his boars. Because he has 1 deer. Quite reasonable. And nearly mass, right? I'm thinking about myself, like, the first hit did 5, and then it did 3 more? So it was, one was uphill, one was downhill, or what happened there? Probably right. 2 boars, same location? Yeah, it's not a problem. Why didn't he just go Inca? 3 of fire civs are largely archer base, and if Hansbergers went melee stable units, he could just make Kamayuks. Well, Kamayuks aren't really good. And yeah, Incas maybe thinks he has a better chance against with Incas later on as well. And he just thinks, okay, fire will now use his strong civilizations because he doesn't want to get eliminated, and he just has an even safer win in the end if he goes Incas against one of the weaker archer civilizations, whichever that is. About 2 villages behind. He did loom already. Interesting. So what will he go for? Formwood, kind of indicating that. Oh, X6 always go with formwood, right? Okay. So we're expecting MA into eagles. Maybe fire goes for kind of expecting scouts. Oh, needs to go for loom though. Otherwise this could get ugly, although I will be carefully hill advantage. Let's take a look where the wolf is coming, and the wolf is taking the hill advantage. Uh-oh, fire. Fire needs to go uphill, micro. He needs to wall his villager. That's not enough, that's not enough, fire. Fail. Fail. Hippo 1. Fire. 0. I'll send another one to his death. And even the low HP villager. Oh god. Okay. 290 in the chat. Thanks guys. Cameos are good in CBA. Oh, good to know. Good to know. Okay, let's take a look. More militia. Our first militia's out. And on the other side, we are witnessing the production of militia as well. And DauT seems like he wanted to go aggressively, but then saw the scout of fire and thought differently about it. Not 100% sure. And yeah, I believe that's a dumb mining camp. Because like you will never have, only have 1 tile of direct access. And this one, oh, this, it's so weird. I believe if you build it one tile away, I believe over here is better. But, well, I think it's super surprising, and there you see how underdeveloped this game is and how low the levels, that even top players don't really know where to build the mining camps, and still not figured out. Okay, let's take a look. 5 militia on their way, just waiting to get some more gold from home to upgrade themselves. Someday. One wolf around, but this one won't be as successful. And DauT needs to take the fight against the scout here. Probably will lose this one. Will be a close one, but Fire will win. Yeah, 5 HP left for him. And they sneaking around. Fire walls his gold, so that's good for him. Woodline pretty far away. I believe he will always see them every day if they're coming around. And maybe he can do some damage to DauT, who's walling himself quite nicely though. Small base and going for those walls. Looks all very solid. Let's take a look if Fire can wall this in time. Was microing the villagers just a second ago. And now 2 houses. Okay. Out. Oh, taking debating here. Watching those shots. Great stuff. And yeah, those houses won't really last for long. Look at that. Damage output of 5 M&A. And you cannot repair against that with 1 villager. That's really costly. I'm going for some more eagles, but only 1 barrack so far. Nothing more. Maybe Blacksmith could be an option now, trying to run through the TC. Oh, taking a big volley here. And now repairing with 2 villagers. And 2 villagers aren't enough either. Oh, that costs Fire so much. Lots of damage. Oh, DauT with a casual lead would upgrade timing. Well, 2 villagers apparently are enough to repair a house. House color for DauT now as well, and just trying to run around. DauT having the walls up here as well, and now we see the engagement 5 against 4 M&A. But if DauT right clicked it, and he did, Fire will take the better engagement first. But oh, DauT did see it in time, even before getting attacked. Now microing back quite nicely. Fire tried to micro back as well. Saw the losses on both sides, and that won't be a lot of M&A alive. And it seems like Fire took a way better engagement here, and in the end seems like kind of a draw. But Fire just misclicked there. He was attacking this M&A, but then clicked one more time of the other one. So I believe this one should have survived with 21 HP or something. And at the same time, we see Fire now running around, trying to go for the sneaky attack. And DauT does not see that. Trying to kill that scout. Let's take a look. Up! Also, they could DauT some, but cannot really kill a lot here anymore. And now interesting composition choice here by DauT. Going for some M&A and some eagles as a mix. And let's take a look. He cannot really fight under the tower or in range of the tower. Huh. But yeah, that was a strong woman. Just 1 knife and hitting him off his horse. Oh, at the same time, Fire's macro was slipping. And DauT now with his defensive tower. Reasonable woodline though. Could go for some stone as well. And now DauT on stand ground. Didn't attack anymore. Our finish for defense and another barracks? Fire is going for another barracks here. Probably expecting DauT to go for only eagles from here on. And that's weird. Well, it kind of is the right decision to go full M&A. And a blacksmith now. But that's weird. I was going for the blacksmith. An archer range obviously would be great for him. Huh. DauT can see the barracks? Yeah, you can. How did that happen? Okay. Now more villagers and DauT is out of stone, so... Fire just staying active here. Military count at the moment 10 to 13, but with better military for fire. Both of them going for the +1 defense now. Oh, and DauT's counterattack didn't really work at the same time. DauT now trying to rush onto stone. Is he trying to wall this? What is really happening? DauT is trying to commit onto this. This could be a very big battle here. Lots of M&A out though, so by fire. And this tower will go up as well. DauT, will he throw everything? Now fire is taking this engagement. As we said before, both having a +1 defense. This tower is getting sniped down. Fire has massive amount of M&A. As you can see, DauT is investing everything as well. So many villagers at the front here, and he has so many M&A at the front end. It's just cleaning house here. Yeah, some villagers died, but he is only behind by 2. And will rush down this tower. Maybe can kill some of the villagers off fire now as well. And if he only had the +1 attack, that would have been so great for him. Now splitting the army, trying to go for the kill against those villagers as well. Just walling the tower 1 or 2 tiles could have helped out so much as well. Could have forced the engagement to go a bit longer. And yeah, just take more shots of the tower. And now look at the eco balance here of DauT. Why did we see a game going so many M&A, or 2 players going so many M&As for such a long time? I can't remember one. Now going for Eagle Scouts, trying to chase down those villagers. They shouldn't get home if DauT is taking good care. DauT now buying 500 food. That's a lot. Continuing to attack this one, but he should go more on uphill. He's on the hill, not fired uphill the whole time. And well, Fire didn't lose any of his villagers from the aggression. That's so weird. But DauT's castle age time. Let's take a look. 600 food. Now bought another 200. We'll just drop the food and then click up pretty likely. Will he? DauT? Maybe? Yes? Click? What do you think? Do you want? May I please? Okay, up to castle age. And on the other side we have 300 food, 300 gold for fire. He's getting raided on his wood again. At the same time needs to take care of his gold as well. And that one villager will go down for sure. And now trying to take the other one, but probably will survive. Killing that house, not too important. Killing that villager is a sweet win for him. Or will he kill that villager? Probably not. 3 very low HP villagers. And DauT only 2 barracks, but will stay on M&A. Funnily enough, we will see an Aztec Burp war where both players will rush and try to go for whoever gets the longest man upgrade earlier wins the game. And this looks pretty much like DauT should be in a good spot to do that. Now going for Forging Fire, still in the wheelbarrow ages. And still, I hate why people aren't walling this tower completely. Well, and those 5 villagers, let's take a look. Obviously the 2 eagles can now chase this, or even 3 eagles, and this will be spotted by DauT, I believe. Let's take a look. Can he see it with this eagle? He should see it. And then all the 5 villagers are dying. And castle age timing around pretty soon. And let's take a look. Eagles now over, and those eagles suddenly will jump from 5 attacks to BAM! 8 attack, and fire says GG. And good luck next. Longswordman upgrade was on the way. Look at that, the first upgrade that DauT was clicking. And Nearly your boy, DauT performing well and having a convincing performance if I've ever seen one. Playing his other Tyrant, and that was a clean swipe. And yeah, sweet stuff by Mr. DauT. himself and pushing himself into the round of 8. Let's take a look at the achievements. Fire is already offline, by the way. So he wasn't really in the mood. Time to sleep. Have a great one, mate. And DauT wasn't that great, but he was heavily on gold. And I'm not 100% sure why Fire went for that crazy aggression and why he also went on... Oops, I don't want to do that. And why he went on... Longswordman himself. Wasn't Eagleton, wasn't Crossbowman an option?